Thank you for taking the time to view this webinar on the usage of the AAA ICDR panel member badge. Over the next few minutes, we will cover the following topics: the components of the AAA ICDR panel member badge, correct use and sizing, examples of proper usage, examples of improper usage of the badge, and connecting to the AAA ICDR on LinkedIn.
Hi, I am your AI host for this presentation. With AAA ICDR guidelines training and approval, panel members may use the badge to communicate their association with the AAA ICDR. These guidelines were developed especially for you, our panel members. With approval from Panel Resources and Development, you may use the panel member badge described on the following slides to communicate your association with the AAA ICDR. The badge was designed to support and emphasize the importance of your service on the panel. To use the badge in your materials, you will need to be a panel member in good standing, agree to its proper usage, and complete this webinar on how to correctly use this badge. If you have any questions about these guidelines, please contact Panel Resources and Development at ecenter@adr.org. Each use must conform to the guidelines outlined, and the AAA ICDR retains sole discretion regarding the appropriate use of the badge. Any panel member's misuse of the badge may result in the withdrawal of that panel member's authorization to use it.
The following components make up the panel member badge. It is composed of both the AAA and ICDR logos and description of your panel member status. The text demonstrates that you are an active AAA ICDR panel member in good standing for the stated year. An updated badge will be provided at the beginning of each year, reflecting the current year. We do not provide a logo reflecting the year that a panelist joined the roster. Please note that you are only permitted to use the AAA ICDR panel member badge and no other AAA or ICDR logos. When using the badge, please do not modify, stretch, or skew the badge. You can adjust the size of the badge as needed, but it must remain in its original proportion. Also, we recommend leaving enough clear space around the panel member badge to help preserve its stature. We will cover examples of proper and improper usage in the coming slides. Now we will provide examples of proper usage of the badge.
Website usage. If you have a website, we encourage you to add the panel member badge to it. We recommend adding the badge to the footer of your website, either on the lower left-hand side or lower right-hand side.
Next, we will discuss program materials usage. We also encourage you to display the panel member badge on program materials. For example, if you are part of an education program, you are permitted to add the badge to your speaker biography slide. In addition, if it is permitted, you can add the panel member badge along with your name to program-related items such as the agenda. For those of you who advertise your services, you can use the panel member badge to show your affiliation with the AAA ICDR. If it is a black and white ad, you can use the black and white version. Color and black and white versions of the badge are available for download. Email footers. It is permissible to add the panel member badge to your email footer. Please make sure that you do not modify, stretch, or skew the badge to fit into your email footer. If you have multiple logos included in your email footer, you can adjust the size of the badge as needed, but it must remain in its original proportion and leave enough clear space around the badge to help preserve its stature. We are now going to cover examples of improper usage of the panel member badge. On this slide, you see 6 examples of improper usage of the badge. Do not rotate the badge for any reason. Do not use the badge superimposed over a photograph. Do not add any movement or effects to the badge, such as a spinning logo on a PowerPoint presentation. Do not wrap text around the badge or add drop shadows or reflections to the badge. And as noted earlier in the webinar, please do not stretch or skew the badge. The AAA ICDR brand is very important, and properly using the panel member badge will maintain the integrity of our brand. The badge cannot be used on printed material such as letterhead, business cards, office signage, promotional items, or resumes, the exception being those resumes generated from the AAA ICDR system. You should not use the panel member badge in a way that will cause people to believe that you are an employee of the AAA ICDR, or to imply that your views on a particular issue represent those of the AAA ICDR. You are only permitted to use the panel member badge and no other AAA or ICDR logos. We are often asked how a panel member can affiliate themselves with the AAA ICDR on LinkedIn. You may connect your LinkedIn profile with the AAA ICDR. After accepting the panel member badge, you have the option of sharing it. Choose LinkedIn to proceed with sharing to your professional network. When you select LinkedIn, you will be prompted to confirm the share. The selections include adding the badge to your profile and sharing to your feed with the optional message stating you are an active member of the roster.
LinkedIn will display a preview of the badge details. After sharing, the badge is automatically added to your Licenses and Certifications section. However, the AAA ICDR does not certify roster members, and this designation is not a certification. You can verify that your badge appears in two places, if those options were previously selected: as a post in your LinkedIn feed, visible to your network, and in your profile under Licenses and Certifications, where it displays the credential name, the issuing organization, the issue date, and a Show Credential button that links back to your verified Credly badge. The badge details, including the issue and expiration date, should not be edited. The issue date will reflect when the badge was issued, not when you joined the roster. Additionally, you will also be prompted to share this update with your network on LinkedIn. You should skip this step as LinkedIn will include language that you've obtained a new certification. And as previously mentioned, this is not a certification. You may add details in the organization section as another way to show your affiliation with the AAA-ICDR. In the organization section, after entering the American Arbitration Association in the name field, indicate your role on the panel in the position held or description field. Some suggested text would be Arbitrator and Mediator, AAA Construction Arbitrator and Mediator, AAA Labor and Employment Arbitrator, or Panel Member, Commercial and Construction. Please be clear when entering text in the position held or description field so that it is easily understood that you are an AAA ICDR panel member and not an employee. Please note that these instructions and language recommendations are not an endorsement of LinkedIn or a suggestion that any AAA ICDR panelists join LinkedIn. Participation on any social or professional media site is at the personal discretion of the participant. Because of the way in which LinkedIn displays the experience information, listing the American Arbitration Association or International Center for Dispute Resolution can be misleading as it makes it appear that AAA ICDR panel members are employees. If you have included this information in your LinkedIn profile, we ask that you remove the mention of the AAA ICDR from the Experience section and add those details in the Organization section. Alternatively, you can enter information in the Experience section as long as the American Arbitration Association or International Center for Dispute Resolution is not entered in the company field. If the AAA ICDR corporate logo appears in the Experience section of your LinkedIn profile, the company information must be changed. Thank you for taking the time to review this presentation. Along with the link to this presentation, the email you received will have a link to the webpage where you can download the panel member badge. If you have any questions regarding the usage of the badge, please contact Panel Resources and Development